Nigerians must stop comparing their country with South Africa. South Africa is nothing compared to Nigeria. With economy, with currency, infrastructure development, and everything, we are far ahead.
There is something that is happening in Burkina Faso. Everyone wants Ibrahim Traore to die. Everyone is seeking on how they are going to kill Ibrahim Traore. There is something that has just happened today after what happened yesterday.
Hi, my kings and queens. Welcome back once again to another episode right here on the Stable of Life of an African Woman. Guys, happy Easter once again. I can't stop saying happy Easter. Yes, today is Easter Monday and we are still in the season of celebration. I did miss you guys yesterday. Who missed me? Let me know in the comments. Of course, I needed to take that break to, wrap my head around some other things. The life has got going, right? And we are back like we never left on your screen. Welcome. And guys, before we start up, I just want you to tell me happy Easter in the comment section. And as well, destroy the like button for me. Destroy the share and the subscription button if you like it on here. Now, with that being said, straight up for what we have for today. Guys, we know that the constant and consistent issue of Nigerians towards South Africans having a thing or two to say it's like an unending situation. And I think at this point it's almost impossible. Nigerians cannot just stop, referring or talking about South Africans in one way or the other, as well as South Africans cannot as well in one way or the other talk about Nigerians, because you know why? We are all Africans, right, in the continent of Africa. So one thing I must point out is the aspect of comparing countries. Of course, some people might say there's healthy comparison and unhealthy comparison. And the essence of comparison in the first place is to checkmate each countries, each individuals or different entities, individuals, to see how well they are doing. That is without any form of jealousy, hatred, envy, bickering, or what have you. That is when you can say, okay, it is healthy comparison. But in a nutshell, we all know that comparison is the thief of joy, right? And it's advisable we don't compare. Because personally speaking, I believe every country, every individual, everyone is wonderfully, beautifully created by God, so it doesn't matter, and everybody is on their own pace, supposed to be on their own lane as well, doing what they know how to do best. Why? Because everybody's curse and destiny, purpose, dream on earth is different. So that's why personally I don't compare people. But what I do is expose things, bring out things the way it is, show it for this country, show it for that country, and we look at it and be on the know of what is going on in Nigeria, going on in South Africa, Ghana, name it. And most times people don't get it. So that's why I wanted to clear this, because the video we're about to react to, it's a South African who really tried to put out the same notion of Nigerians should not compare themselves to South Africa and the rest of them. I don't know what you might think about this video, but with one heart and one mind, with so much love as citizens cut across different countries right here on this space, you know how we do it. I would love you to let me know what your opinion is, right? And I will also come back to drop mine. Then on the other hand, for a video we have also, it's a video that has been ongoing now, trending, which I needed to touch and discuss. I wanted us to have this conversation of the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. We recently found out that he has severally escaped different attempts of being unalived by people close and far away from him. But this time around, he was almost unalived, like God saved him. And that is the thing with Africans. Why is it that Africans are so dumb and naive that when they have people who can stand or who are standing to lead them, they don't want it, they don't want to take advantage of it, they don't want to appreciate it? They will definitely collaborate with people or plan even by themselves to eliminate and remove such person from the picture, a person that is bringing light, development, success, growth to a country. And it is like this in our individual families, our individual communities, countries, as the case may be. When you see someone in a family who is like the light, you see that there are still people who don't want to see the light. They will personally do everything within and outside their means, their reach, to make sure that that person is brought down. And that's the thing about Africans. And that's why Africa is still underdeveloped, is still where it is. Tell me, how can people or someone definitely plan, connive with people to unalive a man as Burkina Faso's president Ibrahim Traore. For what exactly, guys? Anyways, let's watch these videos because I do not want to intercept till the end. Please watch patiently till the end, then I will come back to summarize. And do not forget, subtle reminder to like and share, right? Okay.
Nigerians must stop comparing their country with South Africa. South Africa is nothing compared to Nigeria. With economy, with currency, infrastructure development, and everything, we are far ahead than Nigeria. You can't even compare Nigeria with Kenya. Kenya is much, much way developed than Nigeria. So Nigerians must stop comparing with us. I understand when you want to weigh yourself, you will want to compare yourself with big guns. But South Africa is nothing compared to Nigeria. We are way, technology-wise, everything, guys. This is not meant to hate, but it's the truth. South Africa cannot be compared with any country in Africa. That is a fact. West Nigeria is way behind in terms of development, currency, and everything, Jay. Stop comparing South Africa with Nigeria. I don't know who said Nigeria is a giant of Africa. How did they get that title? From who? How? Really? How did you give yourself such a big title? Guys, stop comparing South Africa with Nigeria. South Africa is nothing compared with Nigeria. Serious. Those who have never been to South Africa, come to South Africa and you'll see that, hey, I've never been in a country like this in Africa.
And there are a lot of casualties. A town in northern area of Burkina Faso called Djibo was attacked yesterday by jihadist force. This force is affiliated by supporters of Muslim and Islamic. And they say that they're not going to stop there. They will continue until they attack Ouagadougou. This is
Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, shot and almost killed by his best friend, who is among his bodyguard. Something that was organized by the GTR. What really happened and what occasion was Captain Ibrahim Traore almost killed by this bodyguard? There is something that is happening in Burkina Faso. Everyone wants Ibrahim Traore to die. Everyone is seeking on how they are going to kill Ibrahim Traore. There is something that has just happened today after what happened yesterday. Ibrahim Traore has been attacked by people that are close to him, trying to bring him down. They are using other people to bring Ibrahim Traore down. You know very well that there's some good things that Ibrahim Traore has been doing in Burkina Faso, and everyone, those people in Burkina Faso are praising their called Burkinabés. Burkinabés are really loving whatever that Ibrahim Traore is doing. Recently, you saw what he did. He decided that they will be going to be a free education starting from primary to university in Burkina Faso. This is someone that has built a big dam in Burkina Faso. He has also built a big museum in Burkina Faso. Everything that this guy has been doing is for the own benefit of Burkinabés. But something that happened yesterday, there was an occasion where his bodyguard was paid $5 million to go and kill Ibrahim Traore. He was an investor who came up and said that if that bodyguard, who is also his best friend, will manage to kill Ibrahim Traore, he is going to be given that $5 million amount of money that could change the life of that bodyguard's life. But something that shocked everyone and something that we should applaud what that bodyguard did. He declined to do that, and he said that he cannot kill Ibrahim Traore because this guy has changed the education, has changed the system in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is the first country that has come out, country in Africa that has proved that they can survive without the Western support. It's known for agriculture. Every person in the whole world knows Burkina Faso for agriculture on whatever that they are doing. This is the 11th coup attempt to kill Ibrahim Traore. The first one was the time that, do you know the reason why each and every time Ibrahim Traore put on gloves? There was also a time that an investor was sent to go and kill Ibrahim Traore, and he put chemical on his hand. So he was instructed by Putin, but that he should only be putting on gloves. And that is the reason why Ibrahim Traore doesn't shake hands. They just only a fist na kugota. That is what Ibrahim Traore has been doing. This is not the first time that this jihad tried to kill Ibrahim Traore. What happened yesterday? They killed like so many people to claim that these people died because of Ibrahim Traore. And they also planned to kill 100 military so that all the military can turn back on Ibrahim Traore. But those military didn't agree on that. And they say that they are going to stand with Ibrahim Traore, paying people to go and organize a demonstration to claim that Ibrahim Traore is not fit to be the president of Burkina Faso. That is what this jihad group, sponsored by a Western country, have been doing so that they can bring Ibrahim Traore down. Something that everyone doesn't agree. There's something that is also happening. Remember that this is the reason why Ibrahim Traore hates the president of Kenya, who is Ruto, and hates Ruto so much. Remember during the inauguration of the Ghanaian president, Ibrahim Traore was there and he was cheered, and everything that Ibrahim Traore has been doing for the benefit of Burkina Faso. Burkina, they are called Burkina Base, everything that he has been doing. But the president of the Republic of Kenya is a Western puppet. This is some president that has been working on the benefit of the West, everything that he has been doing. That's where they disagree with Ibrahim Traore. Remember that right now, as you are talking about the president of Burkina Faso, he became a president through a coup, but he has proved them wrong that he can change Burkina Faso to be a good country, even though he was almost killed by the jihad the time that he was going around the street of Ouagadougou. Something that everyone is not happy. But there is something that the Burkinabés have come out and they have said that if they are going to kill Ibrahim Traore, all of them, they are ready to die and they are ready to fight for Ibrahim Traore not to be killed by Thomas Sankara. Remember the time that Thomas Sankara was also killed by his best friend too, known as Kompao. Kompao was the person that killed Thomas Sankara, someone that people knew that he has brought change in Burkina Faso. Since then, Burkina Faso has just been led by military since the death of Thomas Sankara. And people are claiming that Ibrahim Traore is the new face of Thomas Sankara, naming him Guardian du Faso, someone that has been sent by God to help.
All right, guys, welcome back. You've heard, first of all, what my brother, on the other hand, had to say about Nigeria comparing themselves to South Africa. You see, that's the thing about Nigerians, although not all. It is that, controversy, that idea, mentality for them, always thinking that they can rub shoulders with every country, they can always compete, they're always in an unhealthy competition, comparison, rivalry, striving, and all whatnot with other countries. Instead of seeing what other countries have going on, take the good things and learn, replicate it, stand up and build themselves, build their mentality, build their country, change the things that are bothering them. But no, most of them would rather prefer to banter words, rant, and pant on the media with countries like South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, name them. Always in antagonism with almost all countries. That's the thing. But on the other hand, when you see or hear a South African speak, they are always on the grounds that we are not interested in giants, in any form of being any kind of giant whatsoever. We are interested in building our country, protecting our country. And that's why I love and respect you guys as South Africans. I've never heard a South African say we are the giants, we are this, we are that. Even knowing fully well that you guys have all it takes to be called the giants, right? Even when it wants to be placed side by side. But you see, you guys go silent, go quiet, humble, focused on the major things, the key things of life, pursuing your goals, your dreams and ambition, as well as knowing that you don't have it perfect or going, but you're trying the best. And that's how it should be. That's why you guys owe my respect. That's why I give it to you full time, because at the end of the day, I love people who are focused on what they want, who are go-getters, and by so doing, you will see that such people turn out to be the best and greatest achievers in the world. So on this ground, I will say there's no point, there's no room Nigerians trying to compare themselves for any reason whatsoever. And on the other hand, let me quickly touch on this issue of misconception about Nigerians always coming out to say they fought and stood for South Africans during apartheid, they contributed money, they did this, they did that. But in a sense, South Africans have it on history that Nigerians never contributed any money. You see where the lies, the deceit, and the scamming of Nigerians started. And this is the wrong and evil narrative that most Nigerians, even in our century, generation, have been sold to. We've been sold this idea, this notion, these lies that this is what it is. But South Africans, as I came to realize, have always known that Nigerians might play a role or two, but not on the grounds that that Nigerians contributed a lot or a certain amount of money. History has it for South Africans, and because most Nigerians, or we Nigerians, don't do research, we don't do history, we just come out with such lies, parading and boasting ourselves around with arrogance and pride that we did this for these people, we did this, that. Why most Nigerians always rub things on people's face is a thing that I don't know. And this brings us back to what the country and the president of Burkina Faso is currently facing. You see, every day I wake up with, fear in my heart, praying and hoping that nothing happens to this man, because the way and manner I love and cherish this man is out of this world. Because give me this kind of leader in Nigeria, you will see the great change we are looking for. Or these kind of leaders, about 5 of them in Africa. Watch how the continent of Africa is going to turn around. But still, the same people in the cabinet, household enemies in-house, would not, want this man to survive. But I pray and strongly believe that God Almighty in heaven will continue to protect this man, continue to keep him, that no weapon fashioned against him will prosper. Any tongue that will rise against him in judgment will be condemned to death. This is my wish and my prayer. God will continue to preserve Ibrahim Traore and keep him to the end of time. Use him to change the narrative of Africa, as he has successfully led Africa and his country until this moment. God will continue to stand by him. And guys, this is what it is for today. Pray that and believe that in less than no time, the continent of Africa is moving forward and will move forward and continue to move forward based on what we are seeing and we are hoping and believing God for. Once again, thank you for all your love and your support, and I would love to know what are your thoughts, your opinion, your inputs based on what we have discussed here. Leave them all in the comment section. And yes, this is what we have for today's episode, coming from your one and only Tando, aka Victoria Chinyere, life of an African woman. And I want to say they do have a blessed, a productive and a successful week out there in this month of April, in this season of Easter, right? Until then, keeping it real, happy, safe and blessed, and I will see you in my next one. Ciao ciao.